after that, Eunice is going to like start a presentation. But in between the presentation, we're going to take some questions. So if during the time you have any questions, please feel free to sort of put them on the chat, and we will be looking at the chat all the time so that we can be able to answer your questions. And it's a very interactive session, so feel free if you want to raise your hand, you want to ask a question, we'll help to unmute you, and then you guys can ask the question as well. So super interactive, so feel free to ask. We already have a bunch of questions from the time that you guys registered, so thank you so much for that as well. And so we're going to be answering some of those questions as well. Okay, so if you guys can you hear me properly now, Eunice?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. So I'll start with me. My name is Reema, and I am the CEO and founder of Ardy Marketing. Ardy Marketing basically helps other organizations with their marketing needs. So we sort of focus on like what your needs are, and then we help you out in terms of where your objective for your business is as well. And so, you know, so like if you have like whichever business you are, to be honest, so whether it's a product or a service, we sort of look at that, we analyze, and we help you to sort of move your direction from whether you're a startup or an SME, and we help you start growing your business. We strategize for you, we help you out. So that's what we do. Really excited. Eunice, you want to do an intro?
Yes, please. So hello, everybody. My name is Eunice Nyandat, founder of MyBizMarketer. So MyBizMarketer has been around for, gosh, forever, since 2008. And we started as our go-to-market strategy in digital marketing and advertising for tech startups. And we moved into Kenya in 2014, and our first customer was Suzy Beauty way back when. And we're going strong, working with predominantly startups, but don't mean we don't work with brands. We have some major brands that we've worked with, you know, helping them grow, getting leads, you know, helping them get visibility from where they are to a bigger position online, especially when they've not had an online presence before. So with zero presence to a major recognized brand online. And that's what we do right now. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So Eunice, maybe what you can do is you can start the presentation, and we can start with like some of the basics, perhaps.
Okay. Yes. Permission to share, please.
There you go.
All right. And desktop 3. Share. And let me know when you can see my presentation.
Yes, we can see it.
And I need to go in present mode, right? All right, so I will go. No, not yet. Can you see it?
No, we can see your browser.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just the browser? Okay, let me try again. Stop sharing. I am going to have to do this. Just give me a second. Share. Desktop 2. Come on, share desktop 2. And let me know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see like the presentation itself. Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so with this partnership between Ardy Marketing and MyBizMarketer, we pretty much work together on a lot of projects. So it's only natural that we be doing this presentation together. So welcome, everybody. So what is marketing? I don't know my audience right now. So I want to say that if you're a business owner or a hustler or self-employed and you're trying to sell goods in post-COVID era, you want to understand how to sell online. And it's so important that you understand the basics of marketing and the importance of understanding your customer to where you can market to them in a traditional way or in the online way. I know for a fact that we can't get away from traditional because some of us still have brick and mortar stores and still have to face our customers every day. Now, facing our customer in real life and online, it still is the same. We still have to create a relationship. So this cartoon kind of did it for me. And what we do in our marketing meetings, and we're trying to get an edge into getting more customers. Can we compete on price? We can't compete on quality of features or service, but at least that leaves fraud, which I'd like to call marketing. Really, honestly, no. Marketing is about telling the customer what our products are about so that it resonates with them, so that they're then able to buy. Connecting with that emotion that converts a sale. Saying, if I love cats, and you're selling cat food or you're selling cat products, you're telling me you have the best products, and my cat will be ultimately safe when I buy products from you. You've got me. So you're connecting with my love for cats too, to make me buy from you. So it's not fraudulent when we're trying to sell, although sometimes the messages may seem like we're trying to make up things. But if you're telling the truth about your products and services, it's not fraudulent. So the sole purpose of marketing is to sell more and more, really is, and to sell more to the customers that you have, right? I know, for example, now that we're in this era where customers have less money to spend, you have less money to spend in your marketing efforts. You're stuck, and what could you do? In your database of customers, I bet you there are people who've never bought. You want to try and sell to them, right? So there's the P's of marketing, and everybody knows these four: the product, the promotion, the price, and the place. So you've got the product, right? You're promoting it everywhere: Facebook, WhatsApp, on the streets. You've got signs outside your kibana or your store or whatever. That's your place, and you've got the right price. But there's more to this, right? There's more to the marketing mix, and Reema can tell us more.
Yeah, so we basically are moving away from just the four P's of marketing, and those are the basic ones. However, like, it's important to know that there's others. So for example, people, if you've not known, customer service and marketing is so linked together. Your staff are so important in the entire aspect of marketing as well. If they're not happy, for example, if they're actually portraying how bad, you can say all you want out there in your promotions that your price is amazing, product is amazing, your service is amazing. However, if the people are not able to portray themselves, and customers actually interact with your people, that's where now the problem is. So there will be a disconnect in there, which is why we always say that make sure your customer service is tip top. Make sure the people who are working internally within your organization is also tip top as well. Make sure that you actually make time to improve skills in every way possible as well. It's not just about sort of saying that, oh, it's okay. People can be suffering internally, but externally, at least they'll be fine. But if that internal client, so your staff satisfied, they'll be satisfied to be able to. Okay. Sorry, I think my
chopping up again.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you fix that. I can be added to the 7P.
Sure.
Creating processes on your marketing operation. So that process is, we've got a campaign. So here's the plan. We've got a plan. We're going to try and sell more women's shoes, and we're going to try and sell more women's shoes in Nairobi. So what are we going to do? The first campaign is, let's try and sell heels. And how are we going to do that? We're going to post messages on Facebook. We're going to post messages on WhatsApp. How often are we doing that? So we're doing that every day, twice a day, or 3 times a day. So that is the process you create, that you repeat every day. So then what happens then is that your customer base gets used to seeing your messages and anticipating them, and that we get to recognize that if I want a product, and this is maybe women's shoes, I know the Ardy shoes, it will always have the great shoes. I'm always seeing these beautiful posts they have of all types of shoes. They have different colors, different styles, and different types. And so you're creating processes around that, the marketing of your products. That way, it removes that happenstance, or that what Reema and I call the spraying and praying. You're just blanketly throwing out promotions everywhere without considering who you're throwing it out to. For example, you're promoting women's shoes, but in your marketing list, there's men. What are men going to do? Tune off, because all they're seeing is women's shoes. They don't know you've now got some nice Italian leather shoes that they would like. So creating process helps you now get that nailed down to a point where you're doing it consistently and your customers anticipate for it. The pricing, remember that you've got other competitors out there, and people will want to compete with price. Try never to compete with price. Try to compete with your relationships, your product, because it's of their quality and the way you deliver service and that kind of thing. So price be the last thing you compete from, because that price chips away at your ROI, chips away at your revenues. If your margins were little, then anytime you bring down the price, and you're pricing because the pair of shoes you saw your competitor pricing at 2K, you don't know why they're pricing at 2K. Maybe they brought it in at 200 and they're priced at 2,000, whatever percentage that is. What if you brought in that shoe at 1.5? It really has then, is taken away from your profit margins. So price your product based on the quality and the kind of service you pride yourself in providing, right? Reema, would you be able to add to this, or we're good? Yes, we can. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on that, on the negative feedback, honestly, if they actually taking the time to give you the feedback, they actually would like you to improve. They're giving you an opportunity to. So visibly respond and show the process of you fixing the situation that was addressed. And that teaches other customers, oh, if I have an issue with this company or this brand or this business owner, look at how they handle the situation. So, okay, it's safe for me to buy from them because, oh, they'll sort me out if there's an issue. It builds confidence, it builds trust. When we hide our negatives and hide how we respond to them, people then begin to think these guys don't care and don't want to take care of their customers. And that way, then they're even more mistrusting and will not even risk buying because they don't know how you're going to handle it. All right. So I guess, you know, we're saying the same thing over. Understand your customer needs and preferences. And may I say this, if you've got 100 customers, value them. You know this because you know more about them than we did maybe 10, even 5 years ago. You can look up a customer on their social media platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook, and whatever, and begin to understand what that customer is like and what they like and what their behaviors, what they do on a day-to-day. Start jotting down data and putting information around them, right? Look at your analytics and look at how your customer breaks it down and on their preferences. Do they like animals? Do they have pets? Are they tech savvy or they're not? So that even when you're pushing promotions, you're making sure that it's in a tech friendly way for them to absorb them and not to push them away. I'll give you an example. When I had an errand service business and we were providing services for tech entrepreneurs, we noticed that they are tech buffs and movie buffs, and one of their favorite movies, in fact in all of them, was Star Wars. So what we would do is our campaigns would have Star Warsic imagery, you know, Darth Vader doing your errands kind of thing. And honestly, you wouldn't believe how often we would convert with those sales, because they immediately, because they're Star Wars people, when they see that ad or that promotion or that email with that, they paid attention. Then they would come back, they'd laugh and they'd respond, ha ha ha, you got me, okay, can I book services, and that kind of thing. So then grouping your customers into segments, men, women, would be, we got, you know your products better, know which customers buy what products, and then sending them campaigns to that particular segment saves you money, because then you're not spraying and praying, sending out a blanket campaign hoping to get somebody, and then you get nobody. It's kind of like you've seen two birds, you've thrown a stone and you're hoping that you get one. No, just be very, very targeted. Providing that superior service in targeting your customer gets you that customer over and over again. Focus on your customer. Again, building a product excellency, operational excellency, helps you also improve on customer intimacy. Collecting that data on your customer gets you the edge over all your competitors, right? You know more about your customer than your competitor does. You know, for example, if Eunice was your customer, she can't wear high heels that are 6 inches, but she loves the 3-inch heels. So don't send high heels, the high heel, the 6-inch heels, just keep sending, and she will be buying for you forever. So those are the things you gotta start drilling down, and that way that customer will never go anywhere else, because if they know you understand them so well that experience, it boils back down to that experience. I don't want to go chance with somebody else that I don't know. I'd rather buy from you who completely understands me and I understand you, that kind of thing. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the only way we can do that is online. Of course, it's become the only channel to reach customers. So, for example, first have a website, right? Then have all the social channels that you need to have. Look at the business you're in. If you're in IT, like Jackson is in IT, I would choose specific channels. I'd choose LinkedIn, I'd choose WhatsApp, I'd choose sometimes Facebook, right? And of course, Twitter. And the content I would be putting out there is content that helps the kind of customer I'm looking at. If the kind of customer you're looking at, Jackson, is the customer that needs IT support but can't hire somebody on a permanent basis, you're solving your problem. You're going to show them how you solve their problem. Constantly share content on you solving a problem. For example, do a case study and share it on LinkedIn. We went to customer A, they're based in Nakuru, they didn't have internet, we now have internet connected, they needed a server, we connected the server, and now they're able to even do remote work. Then somebody sitting somewhere in Kisumu, Bungoma, wherever, going, oh, so they're able to do that. Let me reach out to these guys and see if they can help me. You're helping that customer identify, and that continues selling for you. So you're reaching out to more customers that are beyond your geographic location, but also the wider aspect. For example, when you're in LinkedIn, LinkedIn is a global platform, right? Anybody that's out there gets to see it. If I'm in Zambia and I don't have a solution that's similar to Jackson, I'll probably reach out to Jackson, and Jackson will probably say, well, let me see who I can find. And maybe Jackson, then you're flying to Zambia and solving, and now you have customer base in Zambia. And then you share that case study on LinkedIn, and then before you know it, now your consulting company is now working all over Africa. So honestly, that digital presence needs to happen, or it needs to be there. You cannot avoid it now. We have to be online. You gotta go beyond your local geographics.
Sure. Okay, I'm saying I'm getting the insight from Eunice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I also wanted to clarify. I'm in EduTech. Education.
That's
EduTech.
fine. That's
Yeah,
fine. That's fine. And it's
which
a
still can
space that
apply.
is, yeah, it's a space that is super, super exciting right now.
Yeah,
We at MBM Labs are playing in that space. People need innovation in edtech, but we don't know, Jackson, unless you share on LinkedIn, you share on Facebook, you share what the challenges are and what you're solving and how you're solving, and
sure.
interacting with customers. So you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to do webinars like this and talk about how you are able to help. Talk to people, put out a 3-minute video on YouTube talking about the challenge. Yes, 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 yes. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly, exactly. Getting feedback. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, getting feedback a lot.
yeah. Okay, good, good, good. And
Yeah,
keep that feedback loop going. So you're constantly doing a survey for every little thing. How was our website? Is it informing you? How is our experience? How are our instructors? Just get feedback on every little aspect of your service, of your product, of everything, so that you are up to date with how your customers are feeling about you. Let me tell you a little thing about what Reema and I have discovered about the world today. People don't read much anymore. So you're putting a blog post and you're posting something on Twitter. They will only read what they care about. Video, however, converts at 80% of the time. So when you put on a video, it makes it easy for somebody to listen in while they're multitasking to whatever it is they're multitasking to. So if there's an advice we can give you all, is that if you are shy about doing video, you do not have to put your face on it. You can do a recording with just a presentation and your voice and just talk about it. And then maybe even a picture of yourself, but not your recording, just to ease yourself into. And as you get comfortable and the more you do of the videos, the more comfortable you're going to be. If you had seen my first presentation on go-to-market strategy 2 years ago, you would die. It is pathetic. But I've gotten better and better as I do more presentation. I'm not perfect. I still am and am and struggle sometimes. And it's okay. We are human. Just take the chance, and honestly, don't get caught up in that. Just deliver your message as best as you can. Try and get that video out. It's going to make the difference. And because some of us are on phones, the video winds up being better than scrolling to read all your content. All right? Yes. Petition. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I, and a good tip I could share with you, and I share this with all our e-commerce guys, is that if somebody's selling t-shirts and you're selling t-shirts for young, vibrant young people, and then you have somebody older wearing that t-shirt, that ad on Facebook probably wouldn't do well, because Facebook looks at the image of the person wearing the t-shirt and looks at the target audience you're targeting and says there's a mismatch here. So you really want to look at your imagery and your messaging and your target audience and make sure that they match. All right?
Right, that's quite insightful. Thanks a lot. I appreciate.
No problem.
Uh,
All right, we can't hammer this down. The needs of your customer, really, really, really get to know them. Do they appreciate the speed at which you deliver the service? Do they appreciate the confidence that you instill in them when they use your services and they buy from you? Get to understand what it is. What's the reason behind them buying from you? Are you saving them money? Are you saving them time? Is it a less of a hassle? So if you understand that, each segment, understand why they're buying from you, then you will be able to perfect and build that customer intimacy to the T. And those customers will keep buying. And that chasm we talk about, where people just all of a sudden you are doing so well, and then all of a sudden the business is not, it's tanking. You can't seem to get, you're at 100 customers, you can't get to 101 no matter what you do. If you nail this, you are going to get over that chasm quicker. So let's look at these cups of coffee here, right? Looking at the beverage in there, it is the same. It is the same. The only difference here is who's providing the cup of coffee and the price point and the experience, right? There's the upscale, there's the lifestyle, there's like, let me get my cup of coffee and get going, don't bother me with frills, all that. So niching out your market to define what your customer wants is going to be important, right? So your brand has to say, we're about making your experience as painless as possible, or getting you the products at the best price point. So that way the customer knows each and every day that whenever I buy from these guys, the price will always be right. Or whenever I shop at these guys, the experience will always be right. Whenever I buy from these guys, I will never I'll never doubt that that cup of coffee is going to be the right cup of coffee. So figure out what your brand is saying to the market and what your customer wants from you. All right. Rule of thumb, 20% of your customers represent 80% of your profit. This has not changed, period. Even for us, I think about my customer base right now, and honestly, it's the truth. And if you understand that, then you're well ahead into now maximizing that, and then trying to edge the growth as best as you can. And then you stop that spray and pray and focus, really focus on that customer base that you need to focus on. Now, this slide, I'd like to even break it down and say, I'll give it to you and you take a look at it in greater depth. What I'd say to you is that understanding and creating of customer profiles, creating that women segment and creating that profile, the men's segment, whatever your customer base looks like, break it down by demographics, geographics, psychographics, all those things. It sounds like a lot of work, but when you do it, it's done. And then when you start to market, you're not spraying and praying again. And then the return on investment to you winds up being a far better deal for you, because now you're selling to the right person at the right time at the right price, right? And when they want to buy, right? So honestly, you have to do that. Understanding the customer behavior, knowing how our Kenyans like to experience things. Kenyans are party animals, right? Right at 5 o'clock, man, they're closing down their files, and yes, 4:59. They want to be out that gate, and let's see what the Nyama Choma joint is happening. Where is all my friends? Where can we go? And if you are a Nyama Choma joint, by 5 o'clock, people will start coming in. Let me have my place sanitized, cleaned, and ready for my customer. You're thinking about all those things that make your customers happy and keep your customers safe, or all those things. So regardless of what your business is, think about every little thing. It sounds like work, but in the end, how brands stay and live for hundreds of years and last for that long, like a Coca-Cola, is because they've taken the time to understand this customer base. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 So once you have customers, when you know your valuable customers, work really hard to retain those. It's easier to sell and remarket to customers that you have because you know them very well and you understand them. So that is a gimme. And if you're not reselling to those customers, then you're really wasting your already spent marketing dollars or marketing shillings, because then you're letting them waste chasing customers that you don't know yet about. So try and sell more to the customers you already have. If go back to the women's shoe analogy. Women are always buying stuff. They're gonna buy a new pair of shoes every 2 months, and I buy a shoe, maybe I don't like it, I give it to my sister, I give it to my friend, and I'm buying a new pair of shoes, right? So depending on what products you're offering, know that that some products you can sell over and over again. Now, the most global customers are those who are growing, that you're still on a cousin, they haven't made up a mind about your whatever. If you're looking at how to now grow the business and say, okay, we've got that 100 customer, how do we make it 200? You're looking at this here, the growth customer and the marginal customer. This is where they'll come from, rather than the ones that are out there that don't know about you yet. These are the ones who have either come visited your website, they've contacted you but never bought, they've interacted with you and you maybe sent a proposal if it was a service, or they put something in the cart and then they've left it there. You need to keep going, reaching out to them. And there's this thing we call drip marketing. Put them on a drip marketing conversation where every month you're sending something to just keep them interested. Oh, by the way, did you know we brought in this new talent shoes that are phenomenal at this price? It's the best deal ever. Oh, did you know we have this COVID pricing for this service? It'd be a best place to get started with us. Give us a call, let's get started. So you're constantly converting, constantly trying to convert them. Do not give up on them. You keep going at them, either they buy or they die. That's the only thing that there is. That's your only option. So you don't give up on them. Just keep going. All right. Mm-hmm. Yes. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gmail. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Sure.
Okay, so on what Eunice was talking about right now, I was trying to figure out how do you strike a balance, as you want to maintain the people who have already interacted with your product and you want to keep informing them. At the end of the day, that's it's like a cycle. You have to keep on feeding. You have to get new customers
Mm-hmm.
so as to put them in this loop and then continue, as you said, do the drip marketing. So
Mm-hmm.
how do you maintain the balance of making sure the loop is going in, getting new customers, and also now try to maintain these customers who maybe have already bought your product or are in the process of buying? So how do you strike that balance?
So here's where the P in processes comes in. So you've created those processes and it's in your plan, and then you have the systems. You've got your CRM, you've got your MailChimp, you've got your all the tools you're going to need to keep these things going, and you're going to automate. And nowadays we've gotten systems that you can automate this. All you're doing is maybe updating an image and a message, and just put it on a schedule, and it goes out. And then all you're doing the next is just going in to check, is there a response, is there an inquiry, is there a new lead for you to respond back in. So if you create the systems in the beginning and say, okay, this is my process, this is the systems I'm going to need. I'm going to need a CRM. For us, we use HubSpot, we use MailChimp, for email marketing, and then we also use the HubSpot email marketing tool. And then there's a proposal tool. So now you've got a lead coming in through HubSpot. It notifies you, oh, you've got a new inquiry through the HubSpot form. Then they're saying, oh, I need to know about your services. Then you schedule a meeting. That's a lead coming through. You schedule a meeting, and they say the meeting goes well, and you assign the task to now send them the proposal. And then you send the proposal, and you send the quote, and the customer doesn't buy. So now you put them in that spot of a drip communication, where if we do a blog post, or I do this webinar, I'll share the link to the webinar. Hey, we just did a webinar about marketing 101, frequently asked questions about marketing. I thought you might be interested. I sent that out. So all I'm doing is there's that already pre-created stuff, and you spend a day pre-creating things and automating things, so that you're not always in marketing. You've automated a whole bunch of things, so that then you can go into the process of the business development. And then as your business developing, you're adding to your process, you're creating new campaigns. We've got new products. You want to push a campaign for this month, the month of October, or the month of November. We're going to do Christmas sales. Now you're doing your Christmas promotion stuff. So then you're adding that to automation. You're maybe even doing a countdown to Christmas. Okay, 12 days to Christmas, and this is what you can buy. Ideas on what you can buy for your family and friends for Christmas. Ideas of places you can go for Christmas. Ideas on places on what you can cook for Christmas. So you just keeping people excited and engaged with you. Just creating that process and that plan helps you get it all, build that balance. All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
All right. So. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. You know what happens when you don't have a call to action? They're like, oh, okay, what am I supposed to do? And you've lost them. And you're asking them either buy, engage, come to our Facebook and comment. You're asking them to do something. You'd be surprised how happy people are to do what you ask them to do. They'll go check and see if they can buy. And then sometimes people will put something in the shopping cart, and then maybe they didn't have the money, and you want to go back and say, oh, we see you put this outfit in the shopping cart, but you didn't buy. With a 10% coupon help, and you honestly, that may be what they needed, and you've closed the deal, and there you go, you've sold something. All right. So Jalen, go ahead.
Okay, I have another question.
Sure.
Now, how about the messages? Should you keep on changing the message every time and now and now? For example, when I'm doing every intake, should I change the message?
The message has to suit the promotion. The message has to suit the segment. So if you keep the message the same, what are people going to do? They're going to tune out. Think about yourself, how you experience Facebook, and you're scrolling through the feed. If you start to see the same message over and over again, what do? So all of a sudden, you're not even noticing it. You just go right by it, right? So if you could change the image and the configuration of the message and even adding the call to action. The call to action may be different, and the message positioning may be different. A message could be, act now. The message could be, oh, we need you to do the following steps. So you're changing it to make sure it doesn't go stale. And things when the message gets stale, people tune you out. I tune out Safaricom all the time because they've hammered me with this message over and over again. And I'm like, okay, I get it already. Can we move on? So that's what happens to your customers if you don't change things up, change imagery, give them, you're staying fresh and engaged. So that's why sometimes you don't want to always have promotions. You want to have information, entertainment. I remember the E's we usually use. Reema and I have this E's: excite, engage, educate, empower. There's one more E. Excite, empower. Yeah, there's one more E. I can't remember what it is, but there's the E. So you're always making sure that your message falls under those E. Empower, right. So look at your messages and ask, what of those E's is it doing? And that way, it's your way to check to make sure the message is not going to bore your customers. All right. All right.
Noted.
Go ahead, Jackson.
That's noted. Thanks.
Okay. So for most of us, SMEs, you're probably in this, what we call this space here, early majority. The startups, you're still here in early innovators and early adopters. And if you're a new business, you are here in early adopters. You're still trying to get that your brand or your business to where it's bringing you revenues and customers are coming in a steady way. But this is also where the business dies, and this is all because of what we do and what we sell and the product we're offering and how we go about it. So if you look at all the things we've just talked about and nail those, you're more than likely to overcome this chasm and get to early majority and have a business that will last you years and years and years. Now, we're not saying that it won't have its issues. You're going to have ebbs and flows where you're doing great sales and maybe not so great some months, and that is just the nature of business. But the one killer of business is this stage on the chasm where, guys, you've worked so hard, you're getting traction, and then all of a sudden you just can't seem to get to the 101 customers, and and in fact the revenues now start going backwards instead of going up. Your customers that you have, those 101, stop buying, so you can't even sell to them again. So the goal is to work really hard to retain those 100 and then to convert the new ones, so that then you can really climb up to this area here of early majority. People like Nakomat had gotten here and even gotten to late majority, and then they screwed up, and the other brands. And in the pandemic has now opened the scabs of all businesses. Some are laden with debt, some are laden with not digitizing no system, so that there's a big gap. A friend of mine, Barry Onyango, was complaining that he's trying to get statements from KCB and he couldn't, and they're asking him to go into the branch, and the branch, he goes into the branch and telling him they need to get it from the app. So this is a system thing, and KCB, being the big brand it is, could not figure it out, right? This is how you lose customers. Simple things like that. All right. Mm-hmm. So the product is the same, the service is the same, the company is the same, and nothing's changed. So your early strategies are maybe getting to the first adopters, right? And the innovators. Now you're getting towards where you want to get to your early majority. The strategies changes in where your messaging is, is going to be tailored to those segments, so that you're growing the segments and you're adding a product offering to diversify your business, so that you're not just selling one or product or selling one service, that when things go wrong then you're shutting down the business. So that strategy now depends on the goals of the company that year, or that's the first 6 months, or the next 18 months. What do you want to do? So that you have the overall strategy for the company, and then you have the overall strategy for the product, and then you have the strategies for the short-term goals. So we say, for example, we want to sell more women's shoes. We've got too much inventory of women flats that we want to get rid of them in the next 6 months, get them out of our warehouse. So then you pull a campaign. That's a short-term one. Now, long-term one is where you want to maybe even expand to other geographics. We're going from Nairobi to the rest of the other counties, and now how do we get our message out to those guys? So it's all driven by the goal and what you want to achieve. So look at the company overall, and you're marketing the company. You always have to keep marketing the company. Then you're marketing the product, because there's still those people who don't know about the company, and then those people who need to understand the product, and then those people who need to understand what need to keep buying your product. So you're marketing to them constantly so that they keep buying and you have revenues coming in. Does that answer your question? Yes, go ahead.
Yes, yeah, I will add something. Hi, Eunice. Hi, Reema.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm very happy to attend your exciting presentation. Yeah, because for example, of course, during this COVID time, we had, of course, to change, like many SMEs, the way we are selling, because we used to participate in international school organic markets. And during the lockdown, like April, May, June, we couldn't transport. So to summarize for maybe the audience, I'm the co-founder of a social enterprise, and we are sustainably producing clean, self-healthy biomass briquettes in Taita Tadveta, but our main market is in Nairobi. So finally, we found out a way. We always, we never stop operating, and we produced a lot. But finally, luckily, we managed to transport the briquettes end of June. So what I did, because when I attended and participated in all these markets, I always recorded all the names of our customers. And I always asked them their phone number or even email address. But for me, it was very important. So I started reaching them out on WhatsApp and on a personal way. I didn't create even a customer, WhatsApp group. I didn't want to make it informal. I really personalized, the message. It could be, hi, Chris, hi, Eunice, hi, Reema, hope you are fine. And I say, new stock, we are happy to tell you, new stock available in Nairobi, please place your order. And also, I always ask them, please share this information with your network. And I added, and I sent few nice pictures, of the packaging, and also when you see the briquettes burning. And so it worked. But what is amazing is that what you said, it's true that even if, I try my best to be active on social media, not that much like in July, August, but I always posted some images showing that we were operating, that we never stop operating. But of course, there are some customers, they are not, following us on social media, even if they keep, purchasing. And what is amazing, it's one of the customers say, oh, I'm glad that you are back in business. And so what I found out is that my husband and I, we never stop working. Since March, and it's amazing when in July you get a message, oh, you are back in business. So I found out that in the mindset of customers, you are in business when you are selling.
Yes.
So how much it's important to, as you say, to constantly keep this communication.
Yes.
Because for them, if they don't follow our social media, Twitter, Facebook platform, or whatever, they don't hear about us. And I've seen that even if a customer purchases a product, they're happy with the product, but if you don't communicate with them, they are not going to call you back and place an order. It's really, you have to be proactive constantly.
Yeah.
So I'm happy and I'm glad that, yeah, it's working. Yeah. And what is amazing is that one of our customers, when I told him, okay, please share with your network, say, yes, I will. And he told me, I'm going to share your ad in a newsletter, in a newsletter. So I didn't know. And he told me just share a brief advertisement. So I wrote something I share on WhatsApp, and I asked him, the newsletter, is it for the school? Is it for your company?
Yeah.
And he told me it's for the US Embassy.
Wow.
See
that?
So how to reach more customers, through your customers. Your customers, as you said, are your best marketer.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Beautiful, Beatrice. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yep. They closed. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry. I lost my screen. Sorry, I've got to do this over. I lost my screen. So keep talking. Yeah, and I know. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Reema, and share your slide. I've lost mine. It for some reason it's frozen and it won't share. Yes. Somebody had asked a question on budgets, and I wanted to toss something out to you regarding budgets. You have, if when you have a little bit of money, even 2,000 shillings can get you a boost on Facebook, that can get you new customers, and you're looking for new leads. Do a boost, do one promotion, and just see 1,000 bob, and then just do it for a day, and ask for, connect it to your WhatsApp business, so that you can ask customers to respond to you indirectly, so that customer then is that customer then gets into your database. Because what happens is, when you do a boost and people when you do a boost and people like, you get to see their profiles, but you don't get their information. One trick we figured out is that once we integrate WhatsApp on our Facebook page, and Facebook, you do a boost and connect it to WhatsApp, customers then respond directly to you on WhatsApp, and that way you can get their phone number and information and continue engaging with them. Use, that budget should not stop you from doing whatever you need to do. Posting organically doesn't cost you a thing. Posting on LinkedIn doesn't cost you a thing. So keep posting, because that keeps your visibility out there. Not only that, in search engine optimization, as you're posting content and updating your website with blog posts, with videos, and even if it's a 1-minute video, it helps keep ranking you up. So if somebody didn't know you have ed tech services, Jackson, then all of a sudden you start to rank as the top person for ed tech services. If you're selling women's clothes, you start to rank as the first place to go buy women's clothes, because you're constantly, Google will rank sites based on how frequently that content is updated, and how quickly people click to it and like it, or like it in that they stay on that page. All right. $5 on Google Ads. It's 3,000 shillings. And honestly, imagine, and actually there's another one, Truecaller. Did you know you could do an ad on Truecaller for 1,000 bob? So, but there's so much out there that you could do with little money that you can move your message with. So I want to do this. I want to move, say, no, actually want to brand awareness. We want Jackson's EdTech and or Beatrice's Echo Chaco to get noticed by a few more people. I'm going to put a text ad on Google, on YouTube, and pay $30. That's 3,000 shillings for the next 30 days. All it does is anytime somebody's watching the video, they're just seeing Echo Chaco, they're just saying EdTech, Jackson's business. Jackson, text me what your business is. And all that does is, as you keep that going, people now start to recognize your business. And then when they Google search you, now their content start to come up. So honestly, little things you can do, build awareness and then build conversion. Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Customers. Yeah. So what the best strategies to do that is be very targeted in that, first of all, for example, your ed tech, you're making sure that people that are following you have, or interest is ed tech. Really, if it's parents you want them to be parents, so that your ad, you're making sure you say they have to be parents. The age group may be the parent age groups, 20 to 30, whatever the age group of parents are. You're making sure that then if you're based in Nairobi and you want just Nairobi, you're selecting Nairobi. You're drilling down. Do they have primary school age? Is that the age you're looking for? Then you're making sure that they have kids between ages of blah blah blah. So that's drilling down. All right, so that's the customer you're going to get. And what the platforms do is they'll not show your ad to anybody who does not fit that category. And then also what Facebook goes another step and then starts to show you lookalike audiences. And that lookalike audiences is audiences you didn't think fit that same category, that you could then add to your strategy, and add that lookalike audience. So, and you can't get that lookalike audience from Facebook until you do this posting. You will not get those until you start boosting, so that they can know what you're looking for. And so you have to really get right what you're looking for, so that then Facebook gives you, or Google gives you, the audience to match, right? So if you don't get it right, you're going to get the wrong audience, period. So that's why you have to do the work of figuring out who your customer is, so that when you run an ad, you're going to for the right customer, so that then Facebook's or the Googles are matching your audience correctly. Yeah. Okay. You're chopping up again. Oh, there we go. It's cleared. Okay, it's cleared again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. You got it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah, we can go to the question. And can you share the slide on email? Oh, wait, move a couple of slides down. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We can send the slides out to everybody if you like. Keep going. So this one, the selling online now is more critical than ever, right? We're moving away from the funnel where you did marketing and then sales took on. By the way, marketing and sales are two different disciplines, and so when you're hiring somebody to do marketing for you, don't make them the salesperson as well. Let that person focus on marketing. Let this person who does sales do the sales, or just hire somebody to do sales, and you, the business owner, the business expert, do the marketing yourself. The now the will to focus on is this one: marketing, sales, and service, so that then it brings the customer in the center and the focus, right? And the systems and processes fall in this realm, in that you've got the marketing systems, you've got the sales systems, and then you've got the service system of delivering the entire process to your customer. That way you don't drop the ball anywhere. That way you don't disappear from the digital platform when everybody thinks you've closed your business. And if you don't have any of this, just that, I think Reema and I can share all the tools that you could potentially use. Some are free, some you have to pay a little bit, that can get you to this process where you're able to manage the service and the marketing and the sales as well. So selling online, which is becoming super tricky for everybody, is because people are online, you think you have to let go the norms of selling. It's still, you have to be cautious, courteous, and really, as you sell offline is the same as online. So if you're on WhatsApp and you're selling, if your marketing message, you're trying to sell a product, do what you would do offline. You're still talking, just like we are having a conversation now. Have that same conversation. You're going to meet a customer if you're delivering a service like EdTech, Jackson's EdTech solution, and you have to do a consultation of a Zoom or a Meet. Consider it like you are actually physically sitting with the person. Be on time, be prepared, have all the stuff that you're going to need to close this deal ready to go. Have your systems, if it's your proposal, and have a digital tool to digitally sign your proposals, do your quotes and invoices online. So everything is so seamless, and you're getting down to the business of working for that customer and delivering the good service that it is that you deliver, that they will be so happy to refer your business to somebody else. Then the last slide, I want to say, the one place all of us keep forgetting to use is this one, your email. You send out so many email, everybody, but your signature just says Eunice Nyandat, and sometimes it doesn't even have your phone number. If I want to call you back, I can't call you. Why, people? Why? Have all your platforms there, your contact information, your title, and if you can, if your e-commerce platform, have a call to action there. Oh, we've got a sale going on. Have that. If you've got a consultation special you want to give, add a banner there saying, contact us for this, a call to action. By the way, you may send somebody, oh, I found this interesting article online, blah, 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 I thought you might enjoy it, and send it out. And then somebody finds it so interesting, they forward it, and it gets forwarded. What happens? They've just forwarded all your information to all these people. Now, had you not, this is a marketing real estate that we avoid. Find all those other marketing real estate stuff that we could use that you've not used before, right? Your WhatsApp, that image on WhatsApp, on your profile. Optimize your WhatsApp business profile because it's feeding into Facebook. It's feeding to Instagram. Optimize every space that you are. So the information is there. It's your phone number, it's your email, everything. Of course, sometimes you want to hide your email because of people, spamming you. But there's creative ways. Just spell it out, Eunice, and dot, type out dot, so that nobody's scraping that data to spam you, right? And there are other tips, and we'll shoot out an email with tips and tools and stuff after this. And that's it. I know. Yes. No, we could go on and on and on. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah. They forget. They forget. Yeah. 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 That catalog feature on WhatsApp Business, if you don't have WhatsApp Business, get it, because then it allows you to create that. If you're in services, you can put all your services in the catalog. If you're selling goods, you can catalog out your the goods you're selling, and pushing them out to people gets easier. And putting a post on your status of a product that you're trying to push, with that gets seen by anybody who's looking up statuses without spamming anybody. Ask group rules, because some groups have days on which people can promote. Ask the group admin, when can I promote my business, and they'll tell you, oh, Wednesdays is our promotion day. And so, you know, put a little post-it on your wall on the days that people are allowed promotion. WhatsApp group this promotes on Wednesday, so that, yeah, even Facebook groups, and then do the same. Thank you. Yes. We have a raised hand, Reema. Really quickly.
Second. Okay, you can unmute yourself, and it's my dad. So just to let you know.
Okay.
Yes, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Jumbo.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, you continue. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks for coming, Dad. So that's just my dad, really excited and supporting me here. So.
And can I say, I also have my hubby on here supporting me. Thank you, hubby.
Oh, yay. That's for family supporting us, right?
I know.
That's
Thank you.
fantastic.
Yes.
Great. So thank you, guys. If you want to ask any questions, we're still here.
Yep.
But if you need to go, please feel free and leave the meeting. We're okay with that.
Yeah.
And we'll keep you posted for other ones that we're there. And
Yep.
you've got our email addresses. Feel free to sort of write us an email or drop us a message or anything like that. We're happy to answer any of your questions. If you want a 30-minute free consultation, we're happy to do that as well. So yeah, just
Reema and I are going to do another session like this, and this one will be processes and systems and automation. So if you want to know when that's coming up, just let us know. Just shoot us an email to say, put me on the list for the processes and systems, to setting up your marketing operations, to making it simple.
That sounds great.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Beatrice. Take care.
you.
We'll talk soon. Thank you, Jackson.
Yes.
Thank you, Jackson.
Thank you.
Much.
Thank you. Thank you, Modani. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You've taken time to really, I just feel like this was just meant for me.
Oh, bless.
Taking care of our customer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Omondi. Really appreciate it.
Yes.
We're still here if you still want to have any questions.
Jackson, if you have any questions, we're still here. So, take advantage.
Yeah, sure. I just feel you covered
Even you,
much.
Modani, if you want to ask any questions.
Okay.
All right.
And even Omondi, we haven't heard anything from Omondi, so feel free.
That's hubby.
Oh, all right, got it. I got it. Sorry. Apologies.
No, that's all right. He's
Just like my dad, he should have said something.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. All right.
I'm just saying that I'm thinking about doing a marketing, sort of creating awareness, not really marketing,
Yeah.
because I've been in operation from all the way from April. I've been growing numbers, pole pole, and now I'm thinking of an idea of now. First of all, I'm the process of registering the business so that I don't go to create awareness without the business there, because that would be cause a lot of confusion, because people, where would they be going? It can be a bit challenging when I just continue with my name. People will tend to trust the business more than just my name.
Yeah.
I think I'll still think of a way we can engage you to help me maybe reach out to more audience. Together with now, so you are making use of the available network that I have created so far. and the customers that I have already. So I think that could be the best. I don't know whether there's something else maybe you could have devised based on that.
So I want to say two things, right? You probably need to speak to me in the realms of the startup situation where you're in. And so I would be speaking to you as a startup incubator expert, where this is MBM talking to you in regards to how are you starting up. I wouldn't even rush into registering your business so much. I wouldn't even worry too much about it. What you're trying to do is try and figure if there's a product market fit, right?
Yeah.
And if there's a product market fit and you can get customers and you're getting customers, then you can then rush and register. The rush to registration is because then you're now needing a bank account because customers are paying and you need investments, or your investor is interested in you, that kind of thing. All right.
Yeah.
So if you're still in the space of trying to build awareness, save that money for now. Let's build awareness. Let's see what people's feedback is to your product and what they want and say. What improvements should we make, if any, or not remove? Because sometimes we tend to develop products and some features our customers are like, hey, Nayo, I'm not so sure. I don't see the need for that part. So let's get that perfect product market fit, so that then the customer is saying, now this is the product I want. And then we go to registration, and then you're now selling. All right. So even the awareness, you could even just do that YouTube thing, and you're just creating a website and sending people to the website, and there you're asking questions to potential customers, and they're giving you feedback and telling you what they would like. If this was a solution for them, what else they would like to see in it. You're soliciting information from them that helps you then build a product that they would want.
Sure, I get that. That's quite insightful.
Yeah.
And it's very helpful.
Yeah.
So how about the idea of our website? Now the website, that means I'll have to use a different name.
So the
Like,
name that you said you have a name for yourself, the name for the business, you can use that name for the website.
You know, just want to add that, Jackson, do you have have you registered the business name itself?
Not yet.
Have you
It's just
reserved
the name I
it?
use.
So maybe you can reserve the
it?
business name. You
Yes,
can,
reserve.
you can check out the business name. So you can register the business name and not necessarily register
Go
it as a
through.
company.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
that
then that's
reserves it. Yeah. Very right, Reema. Very right.
Yeah. So then that way, at least you can know. So even with your business name, once it's registered, you can use that as a domain for your website.
And that,
Yeah. That's because I want.
Uh-oh. Is it? Oh no.